No, at this time, we have not been able to produce any evidence upon which we could base a criminal charge.
Let's assume that this money was presented to Councilman Shreck by Mr. Wileman. I said assume that it was. Is there anything that your department can do about this?
Not unless we can find that it was done for the purpose of influencing Charlie Shreck's vote on the Capitol Gate project.
And so far you've found nothing to...
No, in the statement that Charlie Shreck gave me, he referred to it as a campaign contribution. He says that the people who talked to him about it never referred to it under any other term as a campaign contribution. Ben Wileman, to the newspapers, not to me personally, but to the newspapers, has denied that he gave him any money at all. So we have nothing at this time. The statute requires specifically that you've got to prove intent to influence a public official's vote. Well, if the official denies himself that he was influenced or that anybody attempted to influence him, and the party who supposedly attempted to bribe him says that he was just giving it to him for a campaign contribution, well, then we're stymied. Well, I will tell you this. The door's not closed, and we're going to investigate it from A to Z. Our investigation has slowed down because of Ben Wileman being in the hospital now, but just as soon as he's able to talk, I intend to attempt to get a statement from him.
Well, we're sorry that Governor Gary has seen fit to join with the Public Service Company in this deliberate plan to make the people of Oklahoma believe that the rural electric cooperatives are to blame for the unemployment situation in eastern Oklahoma. His television speech merely was a rehash of the things that the Public Service Company officials have been telling various chambers of commerce in northeastern Oklahoma. The rural electric cooperatives have worked for the development of the Markham Ferry project for 15 or 20 years. Our people were mainly responsible for obtaining the authorization in Congress and the flood control portion of the appropriation for it. We worked alone on that for a good many years. Not until this contract was signed has there been any indication that the Public Service Company has had much interest in seeing this project developed. Our basic objection to the contract is the fact that it ties up GRDA to purchase all of its power needs from the one company for the period of the contract, which is 35 years. We feel that that's a monopolistic feature which should be eliminated from the contract.
I want to say that it isn't the intent of this act to limit the sale of securities. No, we want to help the sale of bona fide and good securities. We want to help them, and I think this act does that. It makes it easier to register, easier to get them out on the market. But the salesmen and the brokers will have to be licensed and under bond and supervised. All of their material, prospectuses, and everything that they use must be approved by the State Department. And of course it gives them a lot of power, subpoena power, power to make examinations yearly of these issuers. Now, I think when this act is put into effect with good administration, we're going to see some good things for Oklahoma, and I think the main thing will be the restoration of the public's confidence in securities that are offered and sold to them.
It's singular to me that all of the hearings relative to selected investments from the time that the banking department brought the suit to straighten them out some years ago and up to this good day when we've had 2 or 3 matters appear in court in Oklahoma County, that they have all, here's the singular part to me, that they have all been assigned to one judge. I hope that that has been by accident.
How many of these chicks do you sell or ship out each year?
Oh, approximately 70 to 80,000.
What kind of paint do you use on them?
We use regular chick dye. It comes from Louisiana.
Doesn't seem to hurt them any.
No, don't hurt them at all. They have an unalcoholic dye, which I use, and then they have an alcoholic dye too.
Not harmful to the birds at all, then?
No.
Do you think most children try to take care of these chicks when they get them?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of the chickens. A lot of the kids, they like to squeeze them, love them to death almost. I guess they do love them to death, but I don't think they hurt them. Not as like a lot of people say they do.
How long has this been going on, this dyeing of chickens for Easter?
Oh, my mother, she fixed them up when I was a kid. And it's been going on, I guess, 33 years.
And you would have a fire in the home. We're having too many home fires, so consequently, let's be extra careful with fires and do not do anything that would cause a fire to destroy your home.
Under the charter of Oklahoma City, it's the responsibility of the city manager to appoint the fire chief. We have a rule now in force which will actually go into effect July 1st, 1958. And that rule says that a man who, when he reaches the age of 65 or has completed 35 years of service in the fire department, whichever date is earlier, must retire. Now, this problem of appointing a fire chief has been much more involved than most people realize, because in the retirement of several of the top officers of the fire department coming July, there'll be promotions through the ranks of the fire department, perhaps 20 or more. Now, of course, it's quite logical that with 20 or more promotions in the department, such as our fine fire department, that rumors and speculation could get around the city, and it's quite normal because each man in himself says, I have a chance for promotion. Now, I'm proud to say that in the fire department and in the Board of Chief Officers, we have a man, in my opinion, who can do the job. He's got a fine reputation of courage. He's got a fine reputation of fairness to his men and ability to command. And I'm proud to announce the appointment of Chief Haskell Graves as the new chief of the fire department.